If you've ever found yourself in situations where you wished you had acted in a calmer, more balanced and less reactive way, or if you've wondered how you could face life's challenges with more wisdom, then this video is exactly for you. Today, we're going to explore something that can be deeply transformative and often overlooked: the power of silence. It may seem contradictory, but in many moments of life, the best thing to do is not to respond, not to react, but simply to stay silent. Silence is not just the absence of words. It is a powerful tool for self-control, wisdom, and inner peace. In an increasingly noisy, chaotic world full of distractions, learning the art of silence could be the key to finding serenity in chaos and avoiding unnecessary wear and tear in situations that could easily throw us off balance. Believe me, mastering silence could be the key to a more peaceful, wiser life, with much more control over your own thoughts and reactions. And the best part is, you can start practicing it today. Let's explore together how this art can be transformative, and how often what we don't say has more impact than the words we choose to say. The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius already taught us, "Stay calm, for the nature of the mind is to be disturbed, and what it cannot control, the body expresses through words or actions." With this, he warns us about the importance of maintaining calmness, reflection, and mental discipline, especially when life tests us. Silence, in this sense, is a true art that helps us protect our minds, control our impulses, and live according to our highest values. In this video, we will explore 15 situations in which silence can be your greatest ally. By practicing it, you not only protect your energy and preserve your emotional balance, but you also strengthen your relationships, inner peace, and your ability to act with wisdom rather than react impulsively. If you're ready to discover the power of silence and how it can transform your life, stay with us. And if you're seeking more reflection, more clarity, and want to embark on a path of greater self-awareness and wisdom, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates, and leave your like. Share this content with friends and family who could also benefit from these reflections. Together, we can build an even stronger community committed to learning and personal development. Because silence is truly powerful. It is not just the absence of words, but a manifestation of self-control, emotional intelligence, and inner strength. Many times we know that the best thing is not to fuel a conflict, not to intensify a provocation, or not to give an immediate response. Silence in those moments becomes an act of wisdom and self-control, showing that we are capable of mastering our emotions, even when surrounded by agitation and challenges. Great Stoic masters like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius taught us that not all situations require a verbal response. In many cases, words spoken in the heat of the moment can lead to deep regrets, while measured silence protects us, calms us, and keeps us balanced. True wisdom lies in knowing when and how to stay silent. In one of his most famous sayings, Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When we practice silence, we are exercising this power over our minds, allowing calmness to prevail over impulse. In today's video, we will explore 12 situations where silence is more valuable than any word. When someone is trying to provoke you, imagine yourself in a situation where someone is deliberately trying to get under your skin, whether with insults, sarcasm, or hostile behavior. In moments like these, the wisest response is often silence. Stoicism teaches us that no one can harm your inner peace without your consent. By staying silent, you don't fuel the conflict and show that you're above the provocations. Example: during a work discussion, a colleague makes a sarcastic comment about your abilities. Responding in kind would only escalate the situation, while silence can disarm the provocateur and keep your energy intact. During heated arguments, when emotions can spiral out of control. In moments of anger or frustration, it's easy to say thoughtless words that could lead to deep regrets later. Silence is a tool that allows us to pause, reflect, and avoid impulsive decisions. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Example: during an argument with a friend or partner, you feel an irresistible urge to shout or insult. Silence allows both of you to calm down and continue the conversation with more clarity and empathy. When you're not sure what to say, speaking without the necessary knowledge or reflection can lead to misunderstandings or even wrong decisions. Wisdom lies in knowing when it's better to wait and reflect before offering an opinion. As Epictetus teaches us, be quick to listen, but slow to speak. Example: during a meeting, your boss asks a complex question, and you don't have an immediate answer. Instead of improvising, you can be honest and say, "I'll check and get back to you with the correct answer." To avoid gossip and malicious comments, gossip destroys relationships, damages reputations, and adds no value to our lives. Stoicism teaches us to be ethical and mindful of our words. If what you have to say is neither constructive nor beneficial, silence is the wisest choice. Example: a group of colleagues start speaking ill of an absent friend. Participating in this conversation would only fuel negativity. Staying silent or changing the subject shows that you value integrity and respect. When listening to destructive criticism that adds no value, criticism isn't always constructive. Often, it stems from envy, frustration, or ill intent. In these cases, silence is a way to show that you won't be affected by empty or destructive words. As Seneca said, "He who controls his anger is more powerful than he who conquers a city." Example: after presenting an important project, someone offers unfounded criticism just to undermine your confidence. Instead of reacting, you stay calm, thank them for their opinion, and move forward, focusing on what truly matters. When the other person just needs to be heard. In many situations, people don't need advice or responses, but just someone who listens attentively and empathetically. Silence, at these times, is a profound form of support and respect. Example: a friend is going through a tough time and vents to you. Resisting the temptation to give unsolicited advice and simply listening can be much more valuable and comforting to them. In moments of introspection and self-reflection, silence is essential for self-awareness and personal growth. The Stoics practiced self-reflection as a means of evaluating their daily actions and thoughts. Without this silence, our minds have no space to process experiences and learn from them. Example: before going to bed, spend a few minutes in silence reflecting on your day, your choices, and what could be improved. This moment of introspection is essential for your growth. To preserve secrets or confidential information, the virtue of discretion is crucial for building trust and maintaining healthy relationships. Stoicism teaches us to be responsible with the information we receive. Example: a colleague shares a personal secret. Keeping quiet and maintaining confidentiality shows respect and honor for the trust they've placed in you. When making important decisions, when it's better to think before speaking, hasty decisions can have irreversible consequences. Silence gives us the time necessary to reflect, analyze the pros and cons of each choice, and act wisely. As Seneca said, "Nothing hampers us more than acting too quickly." Example: during an important negotiation, you receive an unexpected offer. By pausing and thinking before responding, you show confidence and clarity in your decision. To cultivate inner peace and avoid emotional wear and tear, silence is a powerful tool to protect your energy and maintain inner peace. Not every problem requires your attention or participation, and not every conflict needs to be fueled with words. Example: in a family environment full of arguments, you choose to stay silent, focusing on more productive and uplifting things, thus preserving your energy. When you're about to make a negative criticism, but realize it won't help, criticism should be constructive to be useful. If you realize that your words won't improve the situation or will not be well received, silence is the wisest choice. Example: while reviewing a colleague's work, you notice flaws but understand it's not the right time to criticize. Choosing silence shows maturity and discernment. When someone is vulnerable and it's not the time for comments, there are times when a person is emotionally fragile and any comment might be inappropriate. Silence in these moments is a form of deep respect and support. Example: a friend who has lost someone dear shares their pain with you. Instead of trying to minimize their suffering with words, staying silent by their side can be more comforting and respectful. When silence helps to avoid misunderstandings, in some situations, poorly chosen words or rushed interpretations can lead to unnecessary conflicts. Silence allows people the time they need to process information and reflect on the context before forming an opinion. By staying silent, you give space for understanding to be established more clearly and accurately. Example: hearing a comment that could be interpreted negatively, instead of reacting immediately, silence creates space to avoid an exaggerated reaction and lets you analyze the situation more objectively. When you need to preserve your energy for what truly matters, silence is a way to prioritize what is truly important, rather than getting caught up in discussions and disputes that don't contribute to your well-being. By choosing when to speak and when to stay silent, you preserve your energy for what really has value for your growth and happiness. Example: in the middle of an empty conversation or purposeless arguments, staying silent is a way to preserve your peace and focus on more meaningful activities. When silence promotes collective wisdom, in some situations, it's important to stay silent so that others can express themselves and share their perspectives. This creates an environment of mutual learning, where ideas can be exchanged in a richer and deeper way. Silence is not just an individual pause, but a contribution for collective wisdom to flourish. Example: in a team meeting, listening attentively and staying silent while others contribute can lead to deeper insights and more balanced decisions. These are just some of the situations where silence can be your greatest ally. By adopting it, you will be training your mind to act with more wisdom, balance, and clarity. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and leave your like. Share this video with people who could benefit from this reflection. Silence is a true art. It protects us, strengthens us, and guides us to live according to our highest values. By mastering silence, you gain true wisdom. Thank you for being here and for being part of this community. May this content inspire you to practice the art of silence in your everyday life. See you in the next video, and remember, true wisdom lies in living with purpose, serenity, and courage. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Silence is undoubtedly a powerful response to many of the situations we face in life.